was engulfed in flame, that the truck was engulfed in flame. The driver jumped out and was in the water. Now, we have had no confirmation of that at all, so I must reaffirm that. But the truck obviously is burned out. 4 houses lost here. Apparently no other injuries except possibly the one to the driver of that pickup truck. The fire continues unabated. There are no fire people here right now. The gas and the Department of Water and Power people have been here, but apparently there are more serious problems elsewhere, and this natural gas line is just going to continue to burn until they shut the gas off north of where we are here on Balboa, a couple of blocks north of Rinaldi in Granada Hills. A lot of damage, rather superficial to homes in this area, some concrete walls and so on. The interiors with TV sets have fallen over. We can see that. There have been a couple of television antennas that have just snapped over because of the earthquake this morning. But things, as people of this neighborhood come out to take a look in the sunlight, they can see how bad it is. 4 homes lost in this one block alone. Reporting live from Granada Hills, I'm Chris Harris, Fox 11 News. Back to the newsroom.
All right, Chris, we've gotten some bad news from the Red Cross. The Red Cross confirming now that at least 25 fatalities have been reported in this morning's earthquake, the worst in Southern California in recent memory. It was about 6.5 around 4:29 this morning, centered in the Northridge area, and of course the damage total is still coming in. We're going to go back to the Skyfox now over the Sylmar area where some of the worst fires have been reported. What's going on there now?
Now, John, we have moved over to CSU Northridge, where part of the university is on fire, and this is north of Nordhoff, and again the CSU Northridge. We've just come upon a fire that's burning down there in one of the structures on campus.
Suzanne, Caltech is reporting that the epicenter of this 6.6 earthquake was basically right around in the Northridge area there. As you turn around and kind of get a pan of the whole area, are you noticing real widespread damage to the Northridge area?
Susan, from our vantage point up here, we can't see that. What we saw as we were traveling out leaving the Sylmar area, we did see, as we've reported over the Balboa water main and fire that was going on over there, and then several different spots of areas of fires due to broken gas mains. And then we spotted this particular fire over here at CSU Northridge. And we've come over here. We can't tell if in between all of those areas exactly what's gone on down there. We do know that earlier when it was dark out, there's obviously no power in the area at all. And as we have been told so far, still no power at this time. But as far as any other damage going on down below, we have not come across anything that's, that we have been able to see from up here.
I'm noticing a steady stream of cars, and Vince, perhaps you can pan up again. The road on the right side of the screen, I'm noticing one long steady stream of cars there. Can you describe where that's coming from?
Okay, I think what you're seeing right here is the street that fronts where the apartment houses or the condo. My pilot just pointed something out very interesting here. The parking structure at Northridge collapsed.
Yeah, pancaked down completely. That's about a 4-story deck, and it looks like it's down completely.
Just now noticed that.
Well, and now as we get the first morning light, we're really going to get a good view as to the extent of the structural damage. Obviously, up until this point, we've only been able to really see what's been going on in terms of fires lighting up the night sky. One of the good things, though, that I can see out there is that I'm really noticing very little traffic on the roads. And so everyone obviously is apparently heeding those warnings to stay off the streets, stay home. If you do not have an emergency, just try and remain calm and stick close to home so that the emergency crews can get where they really need to get this morning.
We want to stay with this picture in Northridge. Meantime, on the telephone, we have Tom Brown, who's with the Earthquake Preparedness Office. Mr. Brown, this is what you prepare for, but this is one of the worst you've seen in recent memory, obviously. Mr. Brown, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, John Beard here with Susan Lichtman, Fox News. What can you tell us so far? We understand from the Red Cross that 25 people have been killed so far by this earthquake.
Well, I think there are a lot of reports coming in now, and some of the figures, like in most earthquakes, tend to be a little bit exaggerated. We should probably wait for true reports before we say 25 people are killed. There are in the San Fernando area a lot of reports coming in that indicate there might be some broken bones and so on, but I haven't heard of deaths.
Tom Brown, what advice can you give now to the people of the LA area, what they should be doing at this point?
Well, I think certainly is a time for the family to take the time to get together and set up a way to contact each other if they should be separated during any earthquake or other disaster. The foremost thought of anybody's mind after an earthquake and after they're okay is definitely the thoughts about a loved one, and to be able to have an out-of-state contact that they can communicate with their loved ones through is very, very rewarding, and at the same time helps them not respond inappropriately and try and get to their family. So I think now is the time to establish that. Probably right now they should, and I know you've been emphasizing it, Susan and John, take a look around your home and look at the utilities, definitely gas leaks and that sort of thing. If there's any hint of disruption in the utilities, then turn them off and don't turn them back on.
We're obviously getting an awful lot of aftershocks now, and I'm sure that people are real skittish and real nervous. Where should they be standing inside their home as we get these series of aftershocks, probably over the next couple of weeks?
Well, listen, I must commend the news media, Susan and John, for your composure during these aftershocks. I've noticed that's very well done.
Thank you.
By the way, in earthquakes, the aftershocks sometimes, even though they're not as strong as the main shock, create, like you had indicated, more unsettledness by people, and they tend to make inappropriate actions during the smaller shakes. But I think the correct posture is stay together. Don't be afraid to hold your families. That's very psychologically rewarding. If there's any doubt in your mind, go to the outside and wait and listen for radio reports. But to be very.
But if you're inside your house, you should be standing in door jams, right?
Well, no, that is an old information. That information started back in the 1930s. We found now that doorways may not be the safest place. The doors will come unlatched and slam, and etc. And you're actually a target, an open target for some things that might be flying in the home. More appropriately, that if you feel any kind of shaking, whether it's a small aftershock or the main shock, move not more than 6 or 10 feet, get under something, at least your head, and hold on. Wait for the shaking to stop, then gather your family and go to the outside and listen for reports, and definitely check the utilities.
All right, Tom, thank you. While we were talking to you, we were looking at what appears to be an apartment building, some kind of a big building there that is burned almost completely to the ground. I think that's still in the Northridge area. We're going to check in with the Scott Fox and find out exactly. Where are you guys now? Also, we saw some displaced people not too far away from there, people who were outdoors just waiting this out.
Those, John, those appear to be evacuated students from the dorms in the CSU Northridge area. And the apartment fire, we were just over, it was an apartment complex north of Devonshire Boulevard. Now we're heading over to another area where we're seeing quite a bit of smoke that is...
this is right off of Balboa Boulevard here.
This is out off of Balboa Boulevard.
And I can't give you the cross street.
And we don't know the cross street as of yet. We've got our Thomas guide out as well as trying to see. And we're coming up upon a couple of different areas, actually, where there is smoke.
These are apparently new fires. Is that the case?
Well, we just spotted them, so we're assuming that's true. Yes, John.
Okay. There's one here, John, and then just to the right, when we get up here, just a second, I'll pan over there.
That would appear to be a home.
Appears to be a large...
This looks like an apartment complex.
Apartments or condos of some sort. Oh, my goodness. Here we got a shot for you. Okay, here's part of the reason why we're not seeing any traffic on the 118.
Good grief. Yeah. Well, we understood that it was closed down, and that's the reason, clearly. This looks like a 3-section break there.
It's actually, Charlie, give me a right pedal here so I can shoot. Yeah, right pedal, because it's actually buckled right here also.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Several areas on the 118.
I know it's hard to coordinate exact location. But
this is the 118, and it's east of Balboa. I can't give you the cross street. I can't tell right at the moment. If we get down
close enough, I think we could probably see an off-ramp right down there. We can give you that in just a few seconds. Might take a minute, though.
Now, it's buckled and dropped Boy, I would not want to be in that area. I don't think